or high. Malaga, the city in the south of Spain in Andalusia. Administrative center of the province of Malaga. The population makes 571,026 people. 2018. The municipality is in structure of the area. Comarca. Malaga, Costa del Sol. Occupies the space of 395 km. On population, Malaga is the 6th city of Spain, the Andalusia's 2nd and 46th in the European Union. It is the most densely populated agglomeration formed by a set of the settlements located lengthways 160 km of the coast of Costa del Sol, and the center of the metropolitan area covering 12 other municipalities with the general population and 987,813 registered inhabitants. By estimates, Malaga is the 5th metropolitan region of Spain where more than 1 million people live. Malaga is located on the extreme western coast of the Mediterranean Sea in the south of the Pyrenean Peninsula, approximately in 100 km to the east from the Strait of Gibraltar. Her city square occupies 398.25 km. Also stretches for Malaga Mountains and the valley of the Guadalhorce River. The city is located in the center of the bay surrounded with mountain chains. On the city, 2 rivers, Guadalmedina and Guadalhorce, which flow into the Mediterranean Sea flow. Malaga was founded by Phoenicians in the 8th century BB. That is it by one of the most ancient cities of Europe. Malaga was at first feudality, and then the city with the Latin Rite in the Roman Empire. The prospering city of Al-Andalusia, 4 times by the capital Taifi Malaga, it was also attached to a Castilian crown in 1487. Within the 19th century, the city endorsed rough industrial and revolutionary activity that made it the first industrial city in Spain. In the same time, Malaga receives the titles, Always Fearless, and The First When Freedom is in Danger, which were included into the motto of the city displayed on the city coat of arms. Malaga, the scene of action of one of the most bloody episodes of civil war and the flashed star of a tourist boom of 1960th and 1970th. Today Malaga, the considerable economic and cultural center and also the important transport hub on the Mediterranean coast. University city, venue of the Malaga Film Festival. Among the famous natives of Malaga there is an artist Pablo Picasso, the famous actor of cinema Antonio Banderas. Their names are borne by embankments of Malaga, though it is frequent as the Phoenician word designating salt is specified. Various consonant is this theory improbable. Problems of the same order reduce plausibility of a tempting explanation proceeding from an Ivritski and Phoenician verb *alq. To take, to be enough, twist and with a pretext of a local case *m with, the place in which it is twisted. Metal. Value. *malka. Are similar. That indicates existence of any foundry production. Besides a linguistic explanation, this theory also finds confirmation in frequent emergence of the forged pincers engraved on the coins which are wrapped out in Malaga. The theory which notes a form of a Semitic root *mlk, reign, the king, to govern, probably is linguistically most acceptable, indicating existence on the Malaga earth of the temple devoted to some goddess, possibly Astarte, who in Semitic mythology is called the Queen of the Sky.
In the 17th century, the historian Martin de Roo noted that Malak's name comes from a Vritsky * Malak, queen, based on the quote of Strabo, who called the city the princess among all cities on this coast, and also using a philological argument that on Arab the city had the identical name.
Arabs called by his same name.
Malik, the native of Malacca, the king Malik.
If to consider the founders of Malacca came from the powerful Phoenician city of the Shooting Gallery and the Melkart of Emilq. The king, the city, was the supreme god of this city, and that on the majority of the found coins of mint of Malacca on a reverse the temple, and on an obverse, God is represented, then it is logical to conclude that this temple and the name of the city were devoted to this supreme god. Malaga is founded by Phoenicians in the 8th century BB under the name of the Milk. Since 218 BB. A milk. Latin of Malacca. I was under the power of the Roman Republic, and in 83 years I acquired the special rights on the law adopted at the Emperor Domitian, regulating management of municipalities in the Spanish province of Baetica and granting the rights of the Roman citizen to be freeborn. In 402 Malaga was conquered by Visigoths. In 552, 624 years, under the power of the Byzantine Empire, then again a part of the kingdom of Visigoths. In 713 Malaga was conquered by the Arabs, who intruded from North Africa, at whom it became the considerable economic center. Production of silk fabrics and another. Since the 11th century the center of the Emirate, a Taifa Malaga. On August 19, 1487 Malaga was won by Castilian troops and annexed to Castile. In 1501 and 1568, 1570 Malaga, one of the centers of revolts of Morisque. In 1804 22 t. Inhabitants died in 8 months from yellow fever. During the Spanish Revolution of 1868-1874, in July 1873, in Malaga there was a cantonal revolt of Bacchinists. During Civil War of 1936-1939 Malaga was base of the Republican fleet. Before capture in February 1937 by Franco's troops with assistance of Italy. In the 1960th years, despite the rigid Franco mode, Malaga endorsed the economic boom connected with sharp increases in a flow of tourists, among which is most of all Germans and British. At this particular time there is popular the Spanish resort of Costa del Sol, and these years' growth of the industry in the city is necessary. Besides, blossoming of Malaga was supported by labor migrants from Central and Eastern Europe, who provided existence of enough labor for progress in all spheres. Sites. In Malaga, ruins of the Roman theatre. The 1st century of our era. And monuments of the Arab architecture, towering over the downtown the palace fortress of Mauritian kings of Alcazab. Construction is begun in the 11th century on the place of the Roman bastion. And Gibraltar's fortress beacon remained. It is reconstructed in the 14th century on the place of the Phoenician settlement. The Cathedral of Malaga, impressing with the sizes, is built in style the Renaissance in 1528 in La Manquita. The One-Armed Lady got a nickname because his second tower wasn't constructed due to the lack of means. In Malaga, more than 40 museums and memorable places. On the central square of the city annually there takes place the festival Feria de Agosto. Among sights it is possible to note Picasso's museum consisting of gallery in which more than 1,500 works of the artist, and house museum in which he was born and I grew up are placed. The Malaga Museum, the museum of history and development of the city and the province. Carmen Thysson's museum, in which more than 200 cloths of the Spanish masters of the middle of the beginning of the 20th century. Branch of the Russian Museum, the first in Europe. It is located in Tabacalera's building, the former tobacco factory. The Automobile Museum, a collection of rare cars, since the first self-propelled carriages and finishing with prestigious vintage models of the end of the 60th years. In a collection there are also both originals and copies of the cars belonging to earlier famous figures of policy, culture and art. Contemporary Art Center. Jorge Aranda's Museum. The arena for a bullfight of La Malagueta and the popular La Malagueta City Beach. Transport. In 8 km to the southwest from the city there is a Malaga airport which served 16.67 million passengers in 2016.
The airport has 3 passenger terminals and 2 runways and is the most airport terminal of Andalusia.
With the downtown the airport is connected by the bus line and the line of the suburban Cercanías electric train. Malaga Port, one of the oldest on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea.
From the port of Malaga ferry traffic with the Spanish enclave Melilla located in Africa is carried up.
It is possible to reach the port on Highway A-7. Barcelona-Cadiz, and A-45, Cordoba-Malaga. The central railway station of Malaga bears a name of Maria Zambrano.
Malaga is included into network of high-speed lines of Spain, being on the line of Madrid-Cordoba-Malaga.
The network of Cercanías local trains of 2 lines works. Malaga, the airport Fuengirola, the southwest direction, and Malaga Ailer, the northwest direction. The terminal station of the suburban electric train is located in the downtown near Alameda Principal Street.
Malaga possesses well-developed network of intracity public transport, the main transfer node, the central Alameda Principal Avenue where stops of all main bus lines of the city and also the terminal station of the Malaga Suburban Cercanías electric train are located.
Also Malaga has wide network of the long-distance bus traffic connecting the capital with the main settlements of the province.
The long-distance bus station of Malaga is in the neighboring building near the central railway station of Maria Zambrano. The minor long-distance bus station Estación de Mulheredia is near a main entrance to the port.
In 2014 the subway of Malaga consisting of 2 lines opened. Networks of bus routes work in the city and suburbs. Sport. Famous teams. Malaga Basketball Club, Malaga Club de Football, Home Stadium of La Rosaleda Club. Climate of Malaga typical Mediterranean. Classification of climates of Chiapan. Sieca, with hot dry summer and in the soft rainy winter.
Distinctive feature of climate of the city, frequent breezes about the seas which considerably soften a heat in summer months that is the city by one of the cities of Europe, most favorable for accommodation.
Winters in Malaga, the warmest of all cities of Europe with number of inhabitants more than 500,000 people.
Average daytime temperatures in December-February are 17-18 degrees of C. Mountains Sierra Morena and Cordillera Batica reliably protect the city from cold invasions from the north.
Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.